Dan, moving along this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we got to get into our game picks. Okay, we got some juicy games this week. We're going to be keeping track of how we do, and let's get right into it. Thursday night football tomorrow night on Prime Video. We got the Giants with no Saquon Barkley going on the road to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Dan, this line is at 10 points for the Niners. I don't know if that's enough. I'm smashing the Niners in this one.
Yep, same here. I think it'll be closer than some people. Like, I actually like 10 as the spread, only because I think the Giants are capable of scoring points even against this Niners defense. You know, but I don't see the Niners losing this game. Not a chance.
Not a chance. And just real quick, since we Daniel Jones, Danny Dookie Dimes Jones is a big topic on this podcast. A lot of people differ on him. I wouldn't mind having him, whereas Max just hates the guy. Quarterback one on the week last week. Max threw for 321 yards, 2 touchdowns, had 9 carries for 59 yards and another touchdown, over 30 fantasy points. Daniel Jones, damn it, if you got Deshaun Watson over to Daniel Jones right now, you're sleeping. You're sleeping big time.
100%. 100%.
Moving into our Sunday games here, Dan, we got the Atlanta Falcons at 2-0, going on the road to take on the Detroit Lions at 1-1. Detroit's a field goal favorite at home. What are you feeling here?
I'm feeling a Jahmyr Gibbs breakout game.
Ooh.
I wish I had him on my team for this one. The Falcons defense has been pretty decent, but their pass defense has been what's keeping them in games. Teams are struggling to pass against them, and that ain't going to happen with this Lions offense. You're going to see Jahmyr Gibbs run all over this team. Breakout game, calling it now.
David Montgomery's definitely going to miss this one. He said he's thinking about missing several weeks, whereas Dan Campbell says he's day-to-day. Who knows about that? We see Amon-Ra a little banged up. He's dealing with a toe injury, considered day-to-day. He won't participate in practice today, Wednesday the 20th. But I think Atlanta's flying a little high right now. I got Detroit at home. Bounce back game. I had them beating Seattle last week. Let me down there. But I think they bounce back and get Atlanta. I'm with you on that one, Dan.
100%.
Staying in the morning games, we got the Saints going on. Undefeated Saints 2-0 going on the road to take on the 1-1 Packers. This is going to be a good one. Might be a slugfest. We're not sure about Aaron Jones's availability, but I see the Packers getting a win at home here at Lambeau Field. Saints didn't look very good against the Panthers on Monday night.
No, they didn't. Derek Carr really struggled, but I just can't picture this banged up Packers team, even in their home opener, taking that. I think the Saints, the real game here is going to be the Saints defense versus Packers offense with Jordan Love. I mean, are we really buying this after 2 games? I mean, he looked okay in week 1. He looked week 2. What's he going to look like week 3? We don't know. And I like this Saints defense against essentially a 4-year rookie quarterback.
Jordan Love, quarterback 2 on the season, according to ESPN, 396 passing yards and 6 touchdowns. That's going to be a good one. I got the Saints winning that division, but that's a toss-up game right there, Dan.
We'll see. It's a big one.
Staying in the morning games, I got my Tennessee Titans. Let's go, Derrick Henry, going to run all over the Cleveland Browns. Now, Dan, this one baffles me here. Cleveland is favored by 3.5. I went on FanDuel already today and put some skin on the Titans money line. Believe at plus 140. I don't understand how the Browns are favored in this game. Titans are coming off an overtime win against the Chargers. Ride the Titans in this one, fellas.
100% tighten up. I mean, I'm with you. I don't know why the Browns are favored in this game. Me personally, I'm taking the Titans with the points just to make myself feel a little bit better and sleep better at night. But I mean, Tannehill's looked pretty good in these first 2 games. I mean, yeah. He's looking reliable. He's running the ball. He's got a rushing touchdown. He looks healthy again. and you got Derrick Henry. I mean, he's going to have a monster game against this. As long as they don't run towards Myles Garrett, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, Myles Garrett's a beast. Myles Garrett's a
Yeah.
beast. Moving along, we got the Denver Broncos right here. The Broncos at 0-2. Surprise, maybe not a surprise, but they're going on the road to take on the Miami Dolphins at 2-0. We see Jalen Waddle in concussion protocol. We see Tyreek Hill dealing with a ankle, I want to say, limited participant. Doesn't matter to me. Miami's going to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, the safe bet is Miami's going to win this game, but I really think that the Broncos stand a chance in this. And they've led in both of their first two games. Their offense has been competent in first halves. I mean, if they can put together three quarters, they could take down this Miami team. They just need to stop the offense, and that's just Tyreek Hill and Tua. I mean, you got to figure out those two, and maybe it happens, but I'm still taking the Dolphins.
We just moved, like Kelly was telling you before this, and we're about a mile away from Empower Field, Broncos Stadium. They played both their games at home, lost to the Raiders and the Salamanders of Washington. It's going to be a tough season here in Denver. Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, you guys better figure out your poop routine and figure out what's going on the field.
Yeah.
Staying in the morning games on Sunday. This is my juiciest game of the week here, Dan. This baby's juicy. It's got a 54-point over-under. It's the highest of the week. It's actually a pick'em here, even. Nobody's favored. We got the 0-2 Chargers at the 0-2 Vikings. Two playoff teams from last year. Someone's got to win this game. Someone's going to 0-3. We hope nobody ties. How do you feel about this one, Dan? Juicy.
Man, I love this game. I don't know who's going to win. I mean, I'm picking the Chargers, but I love this game. It's going to be like, which defense is worse? Just throw the ball wherever. Who cares? Justin Jefferson's going to have like 300 freaking receiving yards. I mean, I got Keenan Allen. He's going to have an absolute monster game. There's just, who's going to win it? I don't know. Taking the Chargers. We'll see what happens. I saw the Vikings in person. They just look so bad. I mean, they look so sad. Kirk is having a decent year. It's just the team that they just don't have the talent outside of Justin Jefferson and Kirk when he's playing decent. So we'll see.
Yeah, we talk about maybe a lack of talent there in Minnesota. We see a trade just go down right before we came on here, Dan. We got a little pick swap going on with the LA Rams. Cam Akers is going to join Alexander Mattison in that backfield. What's real quickly, what's your instant reaction to that in Minnesota?
Yeah, my instant reaction is I feel bad for whoever drafted Alexander Mattison because his value just plummeted. Even if they just do a split backfield, I mean, Alexander Mattison is no longer an automatic start, even though he hasn't been the first two games. He really hasn't played up to expectations at the beginning of the year. I really do think Cam Akers finding the right home. We've seen stretches of him where he's looked so good. Him being in a good offense would be really good, but the Vikings offensive line is a little terrible, so we'll see what happens. It all comes down to how much time gets split between the two of them, whether he becomes startable or just drop him off your team.
Yeah, this could very well be a 50-50 timeshare. Like you said, we've seen stretches from Cam Akers where he's had a lot of juice the last few games last season. He looked really good. I'll be interested to see here. And I mean, hopefully you didn't drop Cam Akers. Hopefully you still got him because I think like you said, he's still got some value, but he's got no value for this week. I doubt he plays. And getting back to this Chargers Vikings game, I have to agree with you there. I also have the Chargers in a toss-up. This could be an OT thriller. Like I said, 54-point over-under. Chargers, heartbreaker at Tennessee last week in overtime. They get it done. They don't go to 0-3.
Last thing on this game, you got to take the over. 54 points? Come on, baby. Slam that. Put your life savings on that and watch them score like 80 points, man. It's going to be a fun one because there is no defense on either of these teams. Let the ball fly.
Let it fly, baby. Let it rip. Going to the AFC East, we got a divisional matchup here. The 0-2 Patriots going on the road to take on Zach Queef Wilson and the New York Jets. This one's a toss-up also. This is a 37-point over-under. Like, don't watch this game, people, unless you're trying to watch Garrett Wilson, which I'd love. But I'm going to go Jets at home. Patriots going to go to 0-3. I wonder when the last time that happened. I got the Jets squeaking this one out.
I'm with you. It's going to be a low score. This is going to be like a 10-9 game. This is going to be one of the ones that you just never even know is happening. It won't be on red zone at all.
No.
It's going to be ground and pound defense. Both defenses are going to play out of their minds, and you're just going to be like, oh, check it out. The Jets won by a single point. So, yeah, really not exciting game. Not like that last one. Well, the Patriots have looked decent. I mean, they played the Eagles really tough. It's just whether or not, Belichick has a game plan for the Jets, which he normally does. So we'll see. I'm still taking the Jets.
It'll be a good one. Another one that you're probably not going to watch. We got the 1-1 Bills going on the road. Take on the undefeated Salamanders of Washington. Buffalo's a 6.5-point road favorite. I don't trust the Commanders right now. I'm obviously going Buffalo here.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo as well. The Commies, I mean, they beat two terrible teams. So are we really that impressed? Josh Allen could have a monster game in this. He's going to have to run. He's going to run to break down that front four of the Commanders. So it's going to be all Bills, in my opinion.
Staying in the morning games here, we got an AFC South matchup. The 0-2 Houston Texans going on the road to get their ass kicked by the Jaguars. I already said it. Jaguars probably double digits here.
Yep. Trevor Lawrence is going to go off. This is going to be a tough one.
Last game in the morning time slot. The Indianapolis Colts going on the road to take on the undefeated Ravens. Colts at 1-1. Anthony Richardson, we've seen him leave both games already. Okay, 100%. 2 for 2 leaving games early. He's in concussion protocol right now. And we see guys entering the protocol not return within 7 days, miss at least a week. This could be an ass beating with or without Anthony Richardson. Go Baltimore.
Yep, I got the Ravens. The Ravens are pretty banged up, and they got a lot of injuries that they're dealing with right now, but they got Mark Andrews back. And, I think this is a Lamar Jackson breakout game. I know he had a good week last week, but I think he's going to feast on this Colts defense. This Colts defense has been playing way out of their league. They don't have the talent to sustain that, not against this Ravens offense.
Fuck the Colts, going to 1-2.
Yep.
Moving into our afternoon time slot here. Only got 3 games. In this afternoon time slot, unfortunately. 2 of them probably gonna be blowouts, but we'll start with the better one here. The Panthers at 0-2 going up to Seattle. Take on the Seahawks, who are 1-1. Seahawks are 6-point road favorites. Panthers have disappointed me thus far. Seattle coming off that big win at Detroit. I got the Seahawks at home.
I'm taking the Seahawks as well, mainly because they're at home. I do like the Panthers to upset one of these decent NFC teams eventually. I mean, Bryce Young looks really good. He just doesn't have much talent around him. I mean, he's evasive, he's fast, and he plays the pocket well when he does pass the ball. It's like his receivers aren't catching. You got Adam Thielen, who's like 47 years old, to throw the ball to. It's a shame.
At least 47, at least.
Yeah, at least. I mean, so we'll see, but I'm definitely taking the Seahawks in this one easily.
Yeah. Moving along, we got the 0-2 Bears. Losers of 12 straight games, Dan, going on the road to take on the Kansas City Chiefs at 1-1. Dan, it's going to be 13 straight losses for the Bears. Give me the Chiefs. No doubt about it.
No doubt. And I'm nervous about Justin Fields, man. I mean, he's not on either of my teams, but gosh, what is this stuff coming out today? He might not be the Bears quarterback the rest of the season. We might see him be a healthy scratch moving forward.
I got him in one league, and I was high on DJ Moore coming into the season. Not a good start for the Bears. Not a good start. Max, you picked him as a wild card, looking like a queef. Okay, fuck the Bears. They suck. Last game in the afternoon time slot, we got the Cowboys at 2-0 going on the road to Arizona to beat the shit out of the Cardinals. This is going to be a blowout. Take Dallas. We'll get into more Dallas in a little bit here, but go Cowboys on this one.
Yeah, interesting stat of the day is the Cowboys defense is the third highest scoring fantasy football player this season. The
Whoa.
Cowboys defense, and I got them in the 12th round. What? I'll take that every
Whoa.
day.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn. That's
Eagles
a
fan taking a Cowboys defense, not happy about. I'm nervous. I mean, let me tell you, we got to play them twice this year, and boy, I'm scared. So we'll see what happens.
that's a filthy defense for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Moving into Sunday night on NBC, we got the 1-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. The defense is ferocious. The quarterback play sucks. They're going on the road to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Also at 1-1. This is a toss up here for me, Dan. This is like this could go either way. 43-point over under might be a little high. I'm gonna go Steelers on the road because I like what I saw last week.
I do like the Steelers, but I don't like them this early in the season. Mike Tomlin, he gets 500 teams. He's going to get a 500 team this year, but not in this game. I like the Raiders' run game against this terrible, terrible yellow towel defensive line. I mean, you can run right through it. Get out of here. Josh Jacobs needs to have a breakout game. This is when it's going to happen. This defense is bad against the run. So I'm taking the Raiders only because of that.
Josh Jacobs last week at Buffalo, 9 carries for -2 yards. Oh my goodness, he was my bust in that division. I that efficiency's going way down this year, fellas. All right, Dan, let's get into our Monday night matchups. We got another doubleheader here. First, what do you think about these Monday night football doubleheaders? Because there's a little back and forth about how it's set up with an hour in between kickoffs. And how do you feel? Do you like it? Could it be changed? What?
I like it. I would prefer if they did it red zone style. Like I know it's all ESPN, right? So why don't they have one game on ESPN one game on ESPN three? You know, if you're watching your respective team, then I get it. But wouldn't it be great if like the Manning cast was both games at the same time? Like do your own red zone for it. But you know, I like that they have two Monday night games. I mean, more
Yeah.
football is always good for me. And Monday nights, if you get a bummer game, you can switch to the other. So we're excited about that.
Heck yeah. I'm with you there, Dan. Doubleheader on Monday night. Take one of the 7, 8, 9 games from the morning time slot on Sunday and move it to Monday night. Yeah, definitely more exposure, more money for ESPN. But the
Mm-hmm.
first game we have 5:15 Mountain Time. This one's on ABC, ESPN Plus. We got your Eagles fly. 2-0 taking on also the 2-0 Buccaneers at Tampa Bay. I wouldn't I wouldn't expected Tampa Bay to be 2-0. I believe I picked them to lose both. Baker Mayqueef. Damn it, their luck runs out. Eagles are going to get this one on the road, Dan. What do you are you going to surprise us here? You going to surprise us?
No, no, no. But the Bucks have surprised me. I mean, they look like a competent team out there. The defense looks good, but this is a get right game for the Eagles offense. I mean, as important as this game is for us on defense to shut down Baker, which I firmly believe that they will do. You'll see our pass rush start actually kicking it into gear. Jalen Carter's got a few games under his belt. He's going to get some sacks. It's going to happen. But this is a get right game for the Eagles offense, and they will do it on this Monday night. They're going to look good. They're going to get it done. Jalen Hurts is not going to get stuffed at the offensive line like he's been doing the first two games this year. He's going to get some yardage. You just got to get the pass game going. It's going to happen. I have a strong feeling.
Hope we get a good one there. Next game on
Yep.
Monday night, I think is definitely going to be a good one. This one's on they have it on ESPN/ESPN2 here on Monday night. Guess we'll find out. Got a little Super Bowl rematch from a couple years ago. The LA Rams sitting at 1-1, taking on the winless Bengals in Cincinnati. Dan, if you watched our divisional breakdown on the Bengals, the AFC North, I had Joe Burrow as my bust of the division. I had him as my queef in the division. That calf worried me, and looks like it came up to bit him. It bit him last week, and we don't know. We'll see if he plays. We'll see if he plays Monday night. I don't care. We saw a goose from T. Higgins week 1. He had a bounce back game last week, yes. But without Joe Burrow, if he doesn't play, I think we got Jake Browning as the backup. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going LA Rams here. I'm going LA Rams. They've impressed me a little bit. Fought the 49ers pretty hard last week. Beat Seattle in Seattle week 1. I'm going Rams here on the road in Cincinnati.
Man, I've been just so impressed with this Rams team, how they have rebounded without Cooper Kupp. I mean, the offense looks pretty darn good. I mean, Matthew Stafford has been slinging the ball, and this Puka Nacua, I mean, he is awesome. I picked him up both my leagues week 1. You know, my big leagues, I picked him up, and gosh, thank God I did, because the injury bug's out. He's a starter on both my teams now, and I couldn't be happier. He's the number 2 fantasy player this season. He's an absolute animal. This is a tough pick for me. This is going to be an offensive game. It's going to be, if Burrow plays, they're going to put up a lot of points. This Rams defense is not the Rams defense from the Super Bowl a few years ago. I mean, but I'm taking the Bengals. I'm seeing in the future that this Bengals team will figure it out. And this just seems like one of those games where it shows trap. They'll get coached up. They got good coaching. The Bengals, I think, will get it done on Monday night.
We'll see if Joe Burrow plays, because that'll
That's
decide a lot.
yeah.
That'll decide a lot for sure. Joe Burrow is one of the top quarterbacks in this league, but damn it, this year, 2023, he's a queef. He's a queef this year.
Terrible.